So you're hitting the gym week after week, you're putting in the work, you're sweating, you're sore. But when you look in the mirror, the progress you're expecting just isn't there. It's one of the most frustrating feelings in the world, right? It feels like you're just spinning your wheels, stuck in the mud while everyone else seems to be speeding past you. Well, the truth is, you might be, but it's probably not your fault. You're likely making some of the most common training mistakes that trip up everyone from beginners to even seasoned pros. In this video, we are pulling back the curtain on the 15 biggest errors that are killing your gains, wasting your precious time, and we'll show you exactly how to fix them, starting now. Mistake number 1. Not having clear goals. Honestly, the biggest and most common mistake happens before you even pick up a weight or step on a treadmill. It's walking into the gym without a clear, defined plan. If you don't have a target, your workouts have no direction, which just crushes your motivation over time. You end up doing a bunch of random exercises you saw someone else do, and random effort gets you random and usually disappointing results. The fix is so simple. Figure out your why, and I mean really figure it out. I want to get in shape is not a goal, it's a wish. Do you want to finally bench 225 pounds? Lose 15 pounds before your vacation in 3 months? Run a 5K without stopping? Get specific and be realistic with your timeline. Write that goal down and put it somewhere you'll see it every day. Suddenly, your gym time isn't a chore anymore. It's a mission. Every single rep, every single step has a purpose. Mistake number 2. Ignoring a proper warm-up. It pains me to see someone walk straight through the gym doors, head to the bench press, throw on a couple of 45s, and start lifting. Skipping your warm-up is one of the fastest ways to get injured and a guaranteed way to have a lousy, underperforming workout. Your muscles, joints, and nervous system are all cold. They're not ready for the stress of intense exercise, and that limits your performance while dramatically increasing your risk of a strain, a sprain, or worse. The fix only takes 5 or 10 minutes. Seriously, start with some light cardio, a brisk walk on the treadmill, a slow pace on the elliptical, a light jog, or a bike ride, just to get your blood flowing and raise your core body temperature. Then, spend 5 minutes on dynamic stretches that mimic the exercises you're about to do. Think leg swings and bodyweight squats before squatting, or arm circles and band pull-aparts before an overhead press. This lubricates your joints, wakes up your nervous system, and preps your body for what's coming, instantly making your entire session safer and more effective. Mistake number 3. Picking up weights too soon. This is a huge one for beginners, driven by enthusiasm and a little bit of ego. It's so tempting to jump straight to the heavy barbells and dumbbells because that's what you see the most experienced people in the gym doing. But you can't build a skyscraper on a shaky foundation. Lifting heavy before you have a solid base of strength, stability, and proper movement patterns is just asking for an injury and will absolutely sabotage your long-term progress. The fix? Earn the right to lift heavy. Start with your own body weight. Master the fundamentals. Push-ups, air squats, lunges, planks, and inverted rows. Build that foundation of control, coordination, and stability first. This not only builds real, functional strength, but also teaches your body the correct way to move. So when you do start adding external weight, you'll do it with excellent form, leading to safer and much more effective results down the line. Mistake number 4. Prioritizing quantity over quality. More is not better, especially when it comes to reps and sets. Cheating your form just to hit a certain number is one of the biggest wastes of time in the gym. Every sloppy, momentum-driven, ego-fueled rep does 3 negative things. It reinforces bad motor patterns, it reduces the actual work your target muscles are doing, and it sends your injury risk through the roof. The fix is to get obsessed with the quality of each and every rep. Every single one should be controlled, deliberate, and move through a full range of motion. It is always better to do 8 perfect, challenging reps than 12 terrible ones. Your muscles don't know how much weight is on the bar. They only know tension and time. So leave your ego at the door and focus on making the muscle do the work, not just flinging a weight from point A to point B. Mistake number 5. Training too close to failure, especially for beginners. The fitness world loves to glorify training to absolute failure, that dramatic moment where you physically cannot complete one more rep. For advanced athletes, it can be a useful tool. But for a beginner, this is a terrible idea. Your technique inevitably falls apart. You put massive stress on your central nervous system, and you can easily burn yourself out before you even start seeing real progress. Fix is to train close to failure, not to it. A great rule of thumb is to end your sets with 1 or 2 reps still left in the tank. This is often called reps in reserve, or RIR. This strategy allows you to maintain sharp form, accumulate a lot of high-quality work, and actually recover properly for your next session. You'll make way better and much safer progress in the long run by building yourself up, not constantly tearing yourself down. Mistake number 6. Falling into a routine. Your body is an incredibly efficient adaptation machine. It gets good at whatever you repeatedly throw at it. But if you walk in and do the same exercises with the same weight for the same reps week after week after week, why would your body ever need to change? It has no reason to. That, my friend, is called a plateau, and it's the enemy of progress. The fix is a fundamental principle called progressive overload. This is the secret sauce to all long-term progress in fitness. You have to consistently and gradually make things a little harder. This doesn't always mean adding more weight. You can add a rep, add a set, slow down the tempo of your reps, cut your rest time between sets, or just focus on executing the same weight and reps with better form. The point is to challenge yourself just a little more than last time. That's what forces your body to adapt and get stronger, bigger, or faster. Mistake number 7. Using advanced programming. Too early. If you're just starting out, picking up a professional bodybuilder's 6-day-a-week, high-volume routine is like a student driver trying to compete in a Formula One race. Those programs are designed for athletes with years of training experience, optimized nutrition, and elite recovery abilities. For a beginner, or even an intermediate, they're just confusing, unnecessarily complex, overwhelming, and a fast track to burnout and giving up. The fix? Embrace simplicity and stick to the basics. A simple full-body routine performed 3 times a week, or an upper-lower split, is all you need to make incredible progress for your first 1 to 2 years of lifting. Focus on big compound movements like squats, deadlifts, presses, and rows. Simplicity and consistency will always crush a complicated program that you can't stick with. CTA, mid-video. Alright, we're halfway through, and if you've recognized yourself in at least one of these, and hey, no shame in that, we've all been there, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. We're all about giving you the tools to train smarter, not just harder, so you can finally get the results you deserve. Now, let's get back to it. Section 2. The mistakes continue. Mistake 8. Ignoring mobility and flexibility. People get so hyper-focused on building strength and muscle that they completely forget about mobility and flexibility. They'll spend an hour lifting heavy, then spend the next 8 hours hunched over a desk or a phone. This is a recipe for disaster, leading to muscle imbalances, terrible posture, and chronic pain that will eventually shut your training down completely. You simply can't do a deep, safe squat with tight hips and ankles, and you can't press a weight overhead safely with a tight upper back and rounded shoulders. The fix is to start treating mobility as part of your training, not an optional add-on. You don't need to become a yogi overnight. Just spend a few minutes every day stretching and foam rolling. Focus on those areas that get chronically tight from modern life: your hips, shoulders, chest, and hamstrings. This won't just prevent injuries. It will dramatically improve your lifting technique, allowing you to perform exercises correctly and get even stronger as a result. Mistake number 9. Avoiding strength training. This is a classic mistake, especially for people whose main goal is weight loss. They'll spend hours and hours on the treadmill or elliptical but won't touch a single weight, thinking that cardio is the magic bullet for fat loss. This is a huge counterproductive mistake. While cardio is fantastic for your heart health, skipping strength training means you're missing out on building and maintaining muscle. Here's the fix. Understand that muscle is your body's metabolic engine. The more muscle mass you have, the more calories you burn 24/7, even just sitting on the couch. Your basal metabolic rate goes up. Adding strength training 2 or 3 times a week will not only make you stronger and give you that toned, athletic look many people desire, but it will fire up your metabolism and make your fat loss goals so much easier to achieve and maintain. Mistake number 10, an inconsistent workout schedule. Going hard at the gym for 1 week and then taking the next 2 weeks off isn't a plan. It's a recipe for endless frustration. Progress in fitness is built brick by brick through consistency. Your body adapts to a regular stimulus and schedule. If that schedule is all over the place, you're basically hitting the reset button every single time and never allowing those adaptations to compound. The fix is to create a realistic schedule that you can actually stick to. It is so much better to commit to 3 workouts a week, every single week, than it is to aim for 6 and only manage it once a month. Build the habit first, even if the workouts are shorter or less intense than you'd like. Consistency is the single biggest factor that separates people who get incredible results from those who are perpetually starting again on Monday. Mistake number 11, training too hard too often. On the flip side of inconsistency, we have overtraining. This is common with super motivated people who operate under the more is always better philosophy. They attack the gym with 100% intensity every single day and never take a day off. But here's the critical thing to understand. You don't build muscle in the gym. You stimulate it. You build it when you rest, recover, and sleep. Without adequate rest, you're just continuously breaking your body down, leading to systemic fatigue, worse performance, a weakened immune system, and nagging injuries. The fix is to schedule your rest days and treat them as seriously as your training days. Overtraining is real, and it can set you back for weeks or even months. Plan at least 1 or 2 complete rest days per week. And don't be afraid to take an extra day off or do a light recovery session if you feel wrecked. Recovery isn't being lazy. It's a non-negotiable part of the muscle building process. Mistake number 12, neglecting nutrition. I'll say it as plainly as possible. You cannot out-train a bad diet. It's a tough pill for many to swallow, but it's the absolute truth. You can have the world's most perfect workout program, but if your nutrition isn't dialed in to support your goals, your progress will grind to a screeching halt. Building muscle requires sufficient protein and a calorie surplus, while losing fat requires a calorie deficit. Your workout is the spark. Food is the fuel that creates the change. The fix is to finally accept that nutrition is at least half the battle. You don't have to be perfect, but you need to be mindful and intentional. Focus on a diet rich in whole foods. Get enough protein to help your muscles repair and grow, and make sure your overall calorie intake is aligned with your primary goal. Fix your diet, and I promise you will see more progress in the next month than you have in the last 6. Mistake number 13, ignoring hydration. This might be the simplest, cheapest, and most commonly ignored mistake of all. Being even slightly dehydrated is a performance killer. Research shows that being dehydrated by as little as 2% of your body weight can cause a major drop in your strength, focus, and endurance. If you're feeling sluggish, weak, or unfocused during your workout, you might just be thirsty. That headache you get mid-afternoon could be dehydration. The fix is to drink water before you feel the sensation of thirst. Thirst is a sign that you're already behind. Carry a water bottle with you and sip on it all day long, before, during, and after your workout. Making hydration a priority is such a simple habit, but it has a massive and immediate impact on your energy levels, cognitive function, and overall performance in the gym. Mistake number 14, too little emphasis on base training. This one's for my endurance folks, cardio bunnies, and HIAT lovers. It's easy to get addicted to that all-out lung-burning, leave-it-all-on-the-floor effort. But if every single workout is a high-intensity slugfest, you're not building a complete engine. You're just redlining it constantly. This is a fast track to burnout, injury, and a hard performance plateau. The fix is to learn to love low-intensity, steady-state cardio. The 80-20 rule is a fantastic guide used by elite endurance athletes worldwide. Spend about 80% of your cardio time at an easy conversational pace, and only 20% on the hard stuff like intervals and tempo runs. This massive volume of easy work builds your aerobic base, making your body way more efficient at using oxygen and recovering. And that ultimately is what makes you faster and more resilient when it's time to go hard. Mistake number 15, choosing the wrong type of exercise. Finally, a mistake that gets everyone at some point: doing exercises that don't align with your goals, your body, or your current fitness level. A beginner trying a complex Olympic lift like a snatch on day one is just asking for trouble. At the same time, an advanced bodybuilder who only ever uses isolation machines will miss out on the foundational, systemic strength that heavy compound lifts provide. The fix is to match the tool to the job. If you're new, stick with simple, low-impact movements to build your confidence and base strength. If your goal is pure strength, prioritize heavy compound lifts in the lower rep ranges. If it's muscle growth, hypertrophy, a mix of compound and isolation exercises is your best bet. If it's general health, focus on movements you enjoy and can do consistently. Pick the right exercises for you and your goals. Conclusion. So there you have it. 15 of the biggest training mistakes that are holding you back from seeing the results you work so hard for. The real takeaway here is beautifully simple. It's not about training harder, it's about training smarter. Stop wasting your time and energy on things that don't move the needle, and start being intentional with your effort, your recovery, and your nutrition. You absolutely have the power to build the body you want, and now you have the knowledge to avoid the most common traps along the way. What's the biggest mistake from this list that you've been making? Let's be honest. Drop it in the comments below, because sharing it is the first step to fixing it. And if this video helped you have a light bulb moment, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe for more no-nonsense fitness advice, and I'll see you in the next one.